So welcome guys to another breakdown series of this particular design. I'll just be explaining to you guys what um, is actually going on with these layers, right? Yeah, this design I did at the beginning of this month, September, and I think breaking this down would help somebody out there gain perspective um, um, on the things I do, right? So I'll just get to turn off all these layers so that I break them down individually one by one, all right, as we go through, right? So um, have my first artboard here, right? All right, so I practically chose this color first. It's more like a subtle shade of cream. All right, then I have over it I have a pattern, right? So I developed this pattern in Illustrator. So if you want to know how I did that, I have a video on my page. I might put the link in description, so you can go and actually check out that video how I get to extract patterns using Adobe Illustrator. All right, so I use that, and currently the blend mode is soft light and the opacity is at 30%. All right, so you must learn that you must learn to find a way to find your sweet spot with your elements. You know what exactly should go into a particular project and the proportion. All right, so the next thing I have is this 2 and 6. All right, it was their 26th anniversary. So I used I think this is Akira. Yeah, that's the name of the font. Akira Extended, that's the name of the font. It's a stretch font. So put the 2 and the 6 to lap, then that's as simple as that. Right, so the color is this shade of, is it burgundy or maroon? I think it's maroon. All right, so yeah, the blend mode is normal, opacity is at 100%. All right, so the next thing we have is this hashtag. All right, but it's a stroke. All right, so how do you make strokes from elements? It's really quite simple. Yeah, you'd make sure the fill is at 0%, then you double click on the layer, then come to your stroke and add the size of the stroke with the color. That's what I have here. All right, so the next thing I have is happy anniversary. This should be Bebas. Yeah, Bebas new. All right, then yeah, a couple of other text too. This is Lexend. I think I've explained what I do with this text in some of my designs. So I basically love adding or attaching stories to my designs. So most of the time I just leave very, very meaningful text that I can use to mark the design. Do you understand? More like a signature. All right, so the next thing I have is their picture. So I was able to cut out this picture from a picture picture I had. All right, so I edited it in Camera Raw. That's why I see some of the details pop out like this. All right, so, then I have covered adjustment layer over their picture because it was kind of dark, so I needed to brighten it up a little bit. So this is what is happening on my color adjustment layer. Okay, I needed to darken it a little bit. All right, so I just pull down the curve a little bit down at the upside, which is the side of the highlight. So this is one trick you guys need to understand. All right, practically in Photoshop, when you're moving from left to right, you're moving from shadows to highlight. So basically whatever you have here on this spectrum is going to be affecting the shadows. Whatever you have here on this spectrum is going to be affecting the highlights. All right, that's why I see, so it's dark here and it's light here. So shadows, highlight on mostly the adjustment layers, you definitely find the same application. Shadows on the left, highlights on the right. So what it means is that whatever you're doing here, whatever you're manipulating on this face of the spectrum will be affecting the highlights. That's the lighter part of the elements you're applying it on, then this will affect the darker part, the shadows. All right, same. So I'm adding a gradient map to over this to color grade it kind of to match with this. So I have a gradient of brown. All right, a gradient of brown. All right, so if you notice, to the same thing, shadows, highlight, shadows, highlight. All right, so that's that. With that, next thing I have is this 26, right, which is just this big one here, but I have it here. All right, with stroke, the same way I made the stroke for this hashtag, same way I did this. All right, so you will notice I found a way to, I was trying to be creative about it. So you will notice that this is 2 here, so the 2 is going behind her hand, it is also coming under her arm here. All right, and the 6 is also passing through under his own arm. All right, so just to give it a very good sense of realism, kinda, in a way. So next thing I have is this rectangle. Okay, so I've been trying to work with the glass morphism concept, right? Since I'm a very big Apple fanboy, so since Apple announced their new OS with their whole stuff, I've just been looking for ways to implement glass morphism into my designs and all of that to stay current and all of that, and active with the trend. So and yeah, it worked. So I found something and it worked. I've been using it for a couple of designs now and it has been really nice. Okay, so this is a rectangle that I made. So I really can't explain what I really can't use it to explain what glass morphism is. So I think you might need to go up on YouTube and find a proper video on glass morphism, right? I think that will help you. So there are a couple of things that are a couple of effects on this particular rectangle to give it this particular feel it has here. All right, so moving on, I have I dropped this particular picture into this because there's a way glass morphism works. I'll do a proper tutorial on glass morphism in coming days to explain that particular concept, so just stay tuned. All right, and please, if at this point you've not subscribed, shared, or liked this video, please do well to do so. Thank you very much. Then I have a couple of stuff, so practically I'm just using it as a player. All right, so yeah, I have this player, then love wanting tea, because it's an anniversary, whatever, you get the gist. So mom and dad, different fonts. Let me see what's the name of this font. The name of this font is Austrian Signature. All right, so the next thing you have is date, Monday. It's meant to be 4th September. I put 5th there. That was a very big mistake on my part, but anywho. So then my logo, then the church logo. So this is for variant 1. So I love the multiple variations so that I stretch my creativity. All right, so the next I have is this gradient background. All right, this purple and there's different shades of purple, practically purple and dark blue, will I say? Yeah. So then have this pattern, same pattern you have here is what I have here, but I'm using a blur effect called tilt blur. So you notice at the top edges is blurry, at the center is in focus, down below is blurry. All right, so it's because of the effect I'm actually using. It's called tilt shift blur, I think. So once you click on the elements, come to filter. All right, over down at filter, go to blur gallery. On that blur gallery, go to tilt shift. All right, so then you can now play around with the parameters you have there. So you can change the side is affecting. You can bring it down, bring all of this down. So it's just how exactly you want your stuff to look like. You can increase the blurriness size. All right, so yeah, that's that. So then I have the hashtag, the same thing I have here, just put it here. Then I think I duplicated it some more. Yeah, so that's that. Then this 6, then this is 2. All right, the 2 has a shadow that is casting over the 6. The 6 also has a drop shadow too. All right, so it is just quite subtle. So I have that picture here, this same picture here. I now centralized it. All right, then you have a color grid to match this background. All right, since the color is different, so this is now different shade of purple. So purple here, dark purple, light purple, all of that. All right, shadows, highlights, remember, like we talked about. Okay, so then the next thing I had there is the text. This text I have here, I just brought it here. All right, then okay, I think I added some lights on her hair. All right, because of the 2 behind. So just imagine that the 2 was just giving so much light behind her, so you have all of that in her hair and on the side of her clothes, like that, as halos. Okay, so next thing you have is happy anniversary PC and PNG. And the happy anniversary, let me show you guys the fonts. Austrian signature, yeah, still the same Austrian signature. So happy anniversary PC and PNG. PC and PNG should be Legend. Yeah, Legend happens to be my go-to font now, so lazy me. Then same date. All right, rectangle, same rectangle I have here with all its other brothers in it. All right, so I duplicated the same rectangle here, if you notice. So it's the same thing with this, I just made it bigger. All right, I also duplicated it here, made it bigger, so you see the effect it has over this what do you call it, over this 6. Okay, then the remaining things that will be on the player. All right, and it's really quite simple and straightforward. My logo, then this handwritten jaga jaga here. Nigerians call it jaga jaga. So, but it's actually a font. All right, it's one of those fonts that actually have different elements for the different alphabets. All right, so alphabet I is what gives this particular zigzag stuff, makes it look like a doodle. Then I also have it down here too, the same thing. All right, so yeah, then overall I just have my vibrance on top. All right, to just give it the pop it needs. So yeah, that's that about this particular design. Really quite simple, straightforward, beautiful, and functional. Right, so let me know in the comment section if you actually like this, and if you want to see more of this particular type of breakdown, and if you want me to break down some more other things, just also let me know in the DM, or send me let me know in the chat, or send me a DM on Instagram, and I'll do well to look at what I can do to help you guys. So don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Thank you guys, and see you in the next one. Bye.